Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, November 16th. Back with a reading today. Just so freaking inspired. I feel like I'm going to be using a couple of decks today. Let's see. I'm not called to any deck other than this, but let me pull an oracle and see. Okay. Oh, bottom of the deck here is wisdom. Bottom of the deck, I love bottom of the deck energies, is Three of Swords. So immediately I'm seeing that any setbacks or disappointments are actually learning opportunities here. So if some sort of a friendship or a relationship goes awry, what's the learning opportunity here? Dip into why you feel disappointed and heartbroken, and that will showcase to you what you kind of need to know. Also, sorry, just having my coffee. I'm also seeing that if this has occurred in the past and you've kept yourself in a disappointed energy, it was an unconscious decision and choice you've made to actively stay there because there is some level of a victimized personality or a victimized way of thinking here. You know? So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that as the underlying energies here. And I have a feeling this is going to inspire what you might be going through right now. So let's see. Let's go to tarot. Four of Swords. Knight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Lord, this is all swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Look at that. That's when a little drop of emotion comes into the... or a tidal wave of emotion, actually, if I think of it. Because, you know, there are waves here. Ooh. And there are waves here with spirals. And, you know, the spirals are always a return to self. So I'm seeing that this is definitely, as much as there is wisdom in where the heart has been broken, yes, this specific message is for those of you or those whom you know that are staying stuck in a victimized mentality of woe is me, why is the universe doing to me, why is my luck not working, why is this happening, why is this happening? I don't know if I made sense there, but they're just looking too much outward and blaming others for the heartbreak rather than taking accountability of their own actions. And I think it's because there's way too much control here. There's a very rigid, regulated thought process here that if this is happening, then it's because of this way, X, Y, and Z. There's like very little emotion that's coming to the picture at all. Four of Swords, you're actually emotionally withdrawn from your circumstances. And as much as you feel heartbroken, that's more of a mentality than it actually is a feeling because you really do feel a lot. You've just mentally told yourself you're heartbroken. And then with Knight of Swords and Nine of Swords, I see all you do by removing emotion from this picture is constantly take yourself towards anxiety and stress and more victim mentality. You're giving away your power to everybody else. And yes, that's not to make an excuse for some of the things that you have been through. I do see that there's trauma here. Somebody has experienced trauma. But the circumstances of which you've experienced trauma are done. The after effects, the side effects remain. But those side effects are within your control, you know? That's not to say triggers are important. That's not to say that you shouldn't feel the way you feel. But every time you feel, you have the opportunity to choose as well. And I'll give you an example. I have been bullied for being gay my entire life. Growing up in high school, like when we would do presentations, people would make fun of my voice. People would make fun of my gestures. And lo and behold, the universe gives me a career in the public sphere. I was a television personality facing the camera. What would happen? No matter how confident I was, my body was so used to reacting to my anxiety. My hands would shake. My hands would get sweaty and cold. I would have beads of sweat pouring down my face right before I was getting ready to go live with the directors getting ready to, yell action, and that I'm supposed to be on TV. So no matter how much I healed myself internally, my body's response, my body never forgot that trauma. It was always reacting to that trauma. But every single time I have the choice, okay, I'm not going to give in to this anxiety and make this something that it's not. That situation is done. Yes, my body hasn't fully recovered, but I have the opportunity to talk myself into feeling more positive. Let me wipe down my sweat. I would have some friends that would encourage me, and I kept going. I made the choice to keep myself going and to change the narrative. And I think that's what needs to happen here. But the only way that can happen is if the person, whether it's you or not, allows yourself to feel. Because you're taking your emotion. Actually, you feel a lot. And you're just convincing yourself that things are working in a particular way. And that's what's keeping you disappointed. You need to allow the emotion to come up. Now, what I'm seeing here is that someone has repressed themselves so deeply that it's going to be a wave of emotion rather than a drop. Okay? So this gives me the impression that this avalanche is coming up. Okay, and we're going to look at that. We're going to look at what this avalanche is. Could be from a fire sign. We've got King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I mean, that strikes me as a very big masculine energy. Like, I'm not even going to tell you I get femininity from that. I think it's a rigid masculine energy that is going to beautifully become fluid and free in their feminine energy. Oh, okay, universe, I hear you. Ten of Wands. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Star. And what came out with the Star was Six of Swords. So we do know that whatever emotion that is coming up is going to eventually lead to freedom in some capacity. It's going to move you forward. So this idea, I think what's going to happen is the cards that came out before the Ace of Cups, I think someone's going to really very deeply acknowledge in a not so great way how they've been repressing this emotion and how they've been keeping themselves stuck in this energy. And I think that's going to bring some burdens to the forefront on how they can move forward. I do see love here. I have to be honest with you. This avalanche of emotion that's being repressed from this person is towards a Queen of Pentacles. And it's not a mother, to be quite honest with you. I do see that mother healing is required. And perhaps the gateway to that healing for the relationship with their mother or a mother figure or a beautiful caretaking feminine energy. The box that opens up towards that healing is what sets things free. Because there is a seeking here of independence. The traditional Six of Swords card is actually a mother and a child being whisked away in a boat. And here, the Six of Swords, it's independence. So I'm seeing that as this person tackles their mother wounds and maintains their independence, they start thinking differently about themselves. They start thinking differently because they're starting to think and understand and know themselves through their eyes and their perspective and their feelings as opposed to this feminine figure, this motherly figure. And that healing allows this independence to come through, this beautiful transformation and this energy, and that leads to the understanding of their love. And I feel like this healing away from the mother wound allows them to start walking away from the burdens and make a small step towards someone they have a lot of respect for, at least to start. I think this person thinks of you as a very divine connection. Oh, it's funny that I said thinks of you, because this could be you feeling this way towards somebody else, or this could be the way somebody feels towards you. So take it out how it resonates. But I'm seeing that this person holds this feminine figure in a lot of respect. And I think it's this King of Wands, sort of fiery, sort of very 3D focused physical energy that's controlled too many of their emotions, but now it's impossible. And I think they see you as a very divine connection. And I do think that there will be slow steps towards you. This Page of Pentacles tells me it's beginning energetically, but it will ground. But I think the most important thing to understand here is that there is like an imbalance in maturity here. There's a Queen and there's a Page. So while it's beautiful that this person is synchronizing on the same path, he's got the Knight and he's got the Knight to go here before he can become a king to match this Queen of Pentacles, you know? So it seems to me that whoever this person is that's respected and admired is further along in their journey than this person who's going to come up pretty soon. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Ah, Queen of Wands. Look at that. She comes up. Remember I had King of Wands earlier. So at some point in this reading, I did get a divine pair. What is this? But you know what? You're taking the actions to, I don't... You know, so this is the feminine energy coming through. You're tackling your wounds. You're realizing the many different facets of life and the journey of the universe and the journey of the soul here. And you are just working towards wrapping up cycles that you no longer want to continue and getting yourself moving towards new ones. So while that person has kept themselves very repressed and in a very controlled, fiery 3D energy, you're now stepping into a very practical, inspired 3D energy. So it's almost like there are opposites here. Your ascension grows, their pain towards release enters. But the thing is, you were there once as well. So I'm seeing that if this person walked away from you, if you've had to walk away from them, there was pain, there was understanding. You've elevated yourself from that. But now the journey you went through to get where you are today is something they start experiencing. I do have to say to you, if I look at this magazine, look what this magazine says. The big return. They left, they regretted it, now they're back. I mean, it's referring to real estate. But there's a return. I couldn't deny this when this showed itself to me this morning. And then what just fell on this right now is like a little shipping receipt for a parcel I have to go pick up. And this kind of tells me that perhaps there's something coming to you. Okay? So take it how it resonates. Please comment and let me know what you think of this reading and how it speaks to your journey. I always love hearing those stories, and I will reply. Love you.